May good news in
what
sports.
do we have for tonight?
Well, we've got Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis speaking to the media for the first time since the blockbuster trade that saw them switch teams, plus results of today's games in the NBA.
And we've got day one of the PBA Commissioner's Cup quarterfinals.
I'm Nico Alili, sitting in for Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Latuncalaw.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ravino, the show by Mamoy. Future moves, puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuffing another one. Bakulas rejecting Esteban for the
The Los Angeles Lakers put on a show in front of the man of the moment, Luka Doncic. The Lakers crushed the Clippers in a Battle of Los Angeles rematch at the Intuit Dome, 122-97. Luka Magic was still out with a calf strain, but he was on the bench. There he is, witness the blowout. The Lake Show set the tone early with a season-high 45 points in the opening period. They were already up by 23 at the half and never looked back. LeBron James guided his crew to victory, filling up the stat sheet with 26 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and 3 steals. And his son Bronny also making an appearance, draining his first three-pointer in the NBA after 9 tries. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard combined for just 18 markers on 6 for 23 shooting for the Clips. The Lakers improved to 29-19, which puts them 2 games ahead of the Clips for the 5th seed in the West. During the match, Coach J.J. Redick shared his thoughts on Luka's potential impact on the Lakers and the departure of Anthony Davis.
Yeah, just trying to balance the right energy and tone with the group for the guys like myself who lost, members of our family in this trade, with also the excitement of getting Luka and Maxey and Markieff. We're obviously thrilled to have Luka on this team. I'm also thrilled with the way we played basketball in that first quarter.
Without AD and Max Christie, what are challenges you're asking your team to answer defensively?
We have to be great with our shifts. We have to be a team defense. AD cleaned up a lot of stuff for us. Max was great on the ball. It takes 5 guys to guard in this NBA.
Before that win, Luka Doncic was officially introduced as a Los Angeles Laker. And he spoke for the first time about the stunning trade that sent him to La La Land. Doncic says he was as surprised as, well, all of us when he learned about the trade. But a few days since the seismic move, Doncic has grown increasingly excited about the new chapter in his career. The 5-time All-Star is still processing the trade, but says he's already raring to play for what he calls the greatest basketball club in the world. The Lakers acquired Doncic in a 3-team deal that sent All-Star Anthony Davis and rising guard Max Christie to the Dallas Mavericks.
You can imagine how surprised I was. I was almost asleep, so when I got a call, I had to check it was April 1st. I didn't really believe it at first, and it was a bit shock. It was hard moments for me. It was home, so it was really hard moments for me. That first day was really hard. I felt like this last 48 hours was 1 month. Today was much better. I'm just very happy to be here for this opportunity. It's the Lakers. It's one of the best clubs in history, so I'm excited to be here. This for me is a fresh start. I get to play in LA. The fans are amazing, and I got the ocean here, so it's a really big thing for me. But really, I'm really excited to be here. I getting to play for the Lakers, and everybody can say that. And many legends passed here, many championships. So that's my goal.
As for his return to the court, Luka and the Lakers are taking it day to day, starting with 5-on-5 workouts tomorrow. Doncic has not played since Christmas Day after suffering a calf injury. Reports, though, say he could hit the floor as early as Sunday against the Indiana Pacers. Here's the 25-year-old superstar talking about how he'll mesh with the king moving forward and what he's been doing during his recovery.
Well, for the first time, I took my time, get it to heal 100%. Other times I think I just wanted to go back on court playing basketball and not really be healthy 100%. So this time I just took my time, which was normal amount of time to get back to 100%. It's just like a dream come true, I always look up to him. There's so many things I can learn from him, and I'm just excited, just to learn everything, and now I get to play with him. So it's an amazing feeling. We both make our teammates better. I think our IQ is very high, so I think that's going to help everybody.
Luka's former team, the Dallas Mavericks, weren't as fortunate today. They lost to the returning Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers, 118-116. Embiid made his comeback after a month-long absence due to a knee injury. The process posted 29 points, 11 boards, and 10 assists for his first triple-double in this injury-plagued season. Embiid came up clutch as well, nailing a go-ahead layup with 22 seconds left and making the final defensive stop to seal the win. Kyrie Irving got 34 points as he tried to carry Dallas in a losing effort. Max Christie made his Mavs debut and finished with 15 markers and 9 boards. The Mavs fall to 11th place in the West with 26 wins and 25 losses. The Sixers are 11th in the East with 20 victories against 29 setbacks. Embiid was in a playful mood while talking about his comeback game, while Kyrie had a sincere message for Luka following the trade.
I was scared to get traded. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I think I just want to come aggressive. I just want to come out aggressive. I think earlier when I was coming back, I was trying to fit in and, make sure everybody was, doing what they're supposed to, what they were supposed to do when I wasn't playing. I think tonight, just assert myself inside and out. And because I know if I assert myself now, they're doubling, they're triple teaming me, and that gets everybody else open. I think, from the games that I played earlier in the season, we always had slow starts, especially because of me, because I wasn't, aggressive from the beginning. So I think I learned, from those lessons.
Just really shocked, and you just don't imagine that you're gonna get ready to go to sleep, and then you find out news like that. So it's still a grieving process right now. Miss my hermano. We had a lot of time together. Keith too, and Maxie, and we just built some bonds that went beyond the basketball court. So if anybody can understand at home, when someone or a few group of people or a few people leave in a trade, it's going to be difficult, and that's what we're dealing with right now. But this is a business. It's way above my pay grade. And I just got to adjust and be ready to welcome in my new teammates with open arms, and kind of be ready to go back to Dallas too, to speak in front of our fans. I know they're feeling it too. I'm feeling it too, guys. So yeah, it's just an adjustment period, and I don't want to downplay this either or disrespect our new guys. They're going to help us win, and they're going to help us build towards the championship. But just like everyone else at home, when you kind of see it from afar, it hurts.
I think everyone is still reeling from this trade. One of the newest Mavericks, Anthony Davis, is already liking his new squad. In a press conference after his first shoot-around with the Mavs, AD says it's unfortunate that he could not play right away. But he's excited to hit the floor with his new teammates. Dallas is also taking it day-to-day on AD's abdominal injury, and the 31-year-old says his return would depend on how he would feel after each day. As for the trade, AD was shocked too, as we all are, but says he's moving on. After all, he's got guys he's familiar with, like General Manager Nico Harrison, head coach Jason Kidd, and co-star Kyrie Irving. Davis says he's known Harrison since he was in high school. Kidd was part of the championship-winning coaching staff of the Lakers back in 2020, while Irving has been a friend and a perennial all-star like him.
No, I was actually at home about to watch a movie with my wife and got the phone calls. I was in shock, obviously. Had no idea that, it was happening. But I mean, now is, I'm kind of over it and just kind of, getting ready to play with Dallas. But, after the shock factor wore off, then I know it's time to get to Dallas, get to the, the physical, see the doctors, and then get ready to, get back to get on the floor with these guys. Nico known me since I was in high school. Obviously, one of the guys I got close with when I signed with Nike. And I'm very excited. I mean, me and Kai talked about this, I think in 2018, when I asked for a trade from New Orleans. We've been wanting to play alongside each other for a very long time, and now, we got the opportunity to do so.
Coming up, the Boston Celtics hold off the Cleveland Cavaliers in the battle of the East's top teams. That and more when Play-by-Play returns.
And we're back. Thanks for joining us here on Play-by-Play. The top two teams of the East slug it out with the reigning champion Boston Celtics prevailing over the Cleveland Cavaliers. The C's championship poise was on full display as they executed down the stretch to pull off a 112-105 victory. The Cavs tried to fight back late in the game, cutting a 15-point deficit down to 4, but Derek White came up clutch with an 8-point spurt to put the Celtics back up by 10 with less than 3 minutes left. Jason Tatum led Boston's balanced attack with 22 points. Donovan Mitchell had a game-high 31 for Cleveland in a losing cause. The Celtics are second in the East with 36 wins and 15 losses. They're still a few games behind the Cavs with 40 victories against 10 defeats.
For more NBA games on tap today, here are the scores. Karl Anthony Towns posts 27 points and 20 rebounds in the New York Knicks 121-115 beating of the Toronto Raptors. Alperen Sengun tallies his own 20-20, but the Houston Rockets get bamboozled by the Brooklyn Nets in the final seconds, 99-97. Meanwhile, the retooled Chicago Bulls pull off a 133-124 victory over the Miami Heat. And lastly, the Portland Trailblazers pick up their 5th straight win after blowing out the Indiana Pacers 112-89.
Back here at home, the Converge Fiber Xers draw first blood against the Rain or Shine Elastopainters in the PBA Commissioner's Cup quarterfinals. It was actually Rain or Shine that was off to a hot start, hitting 7 of 10 threes to outscore the third-seeded Converge in the first 39-26. But the Fiber Xers showed signs of life and even retook the lead at the half through stellar defense, 64-62. Come the second half, the E-Painters suffered a huge blow after import Dion Thompson fouled out with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Thompson had 14 points and 6 rebounds at that point. Converge pounced on the all-Filipino E-Painters as they kept going inside to their import, Chick Diallo. This got them a double-digit lead in the fourth and eventually a 130-118 victory. Diallo dominated for Converge, notching 35 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Justin Arana chipped in 22 markers off the bench, missing just one of his 11 shots in his return from a knee injury a couple of weeks ago. The Fiber Xers are now a win away from moving on to the semifinals. And here are Arana and Converge head coach Franco Atienza talking about the win.
You have to put it into context. This is a series, so this win means nothing kung hindi namin ma-close out. No? Yeah, same as nung eliminations. No, we medyo flat start kami, and that's something really we have to solve. It's nice naman kasi at least we showed some resilience. We were able to get back. Of course, with the help with this guy beside me. Kahit paano, we got our bearings. We were able to make stops. Yun naman pagdating sa playoffs, no matter how you score, kung hindi ka makastop, hindi ka makakabalik. So, yeah. Pero game 1 pa lang to. We need to close this out on Friday.
Yung focus kasi namin is manalo talaga Kasi this is pang-lima na namin to sa quarterfinals and hindi pa kami nakakalusot sa apat na yun. So super, kumbaga gigil talaga kami na makakuha and ma-seal yung panalo this game 1.
Meantime, the Meralco Bolts and Barangay Ginebra San Miguel are going head-to-head in Game 1 of their best-of-3 tilt. The Gin Kings tried to distance themselves multiple times in the early goings of the game behind the hot shooting of Scotty Thompson and Justin Brownlee. But the Bolts just would not go down that easily as they finally have import Akil Mitchell back in action. Mitchell missed the team's last 2 games in the elimination round. Jansen Rios also came up big in the first half for the Bolts, scoring 11 points and connecting on 3 triples. Ginebra entered the half with a slim 3-point lead, 50-47. Come the third, it was another physical battle between both squads, but the Gin Kings managed to keep a hold of their lead. The second half is still ongoing.
More PBA action is coming your way tomorrow for the other half of the Commissioner's Cup quarterfinals. The top-seeded Northport Batang Pier will take on the Magnolia Hotshots at 5 p.m. The twice-to-beat Northport looks to secure a quick passage to the semifinals against a Magnolia team that's been doing better so far with their backs against the wall. To recall, the Batang Pier defeated the Hotshots in their elimination round matchup back in December. Import Kadeem Jack and Joshua Munzon combined for 82 points in Northport's 107-103 victory. Then at 7:30 in the evening, the second-seeded TNT Tropang Giga will face the 7th-seeded Eastern. TNT this time carries the twice-to-beat edge. But the Tropang Giga are not taking the guest team lightly given that Eastern handily defeated them in the elimination round 105-84. Tomorrow's games will take place at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium in Manila, but you can also catch the games live on PBA Rush, RPTV, and the Pilipinas Live app. Coming up, is PLDT superstar Savvy Davison on her way to a national team call-up and an MVP crown? We've got that story when Play-by-Play returns. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Alas Pilipinas women are looking to strengthen their lineup for a busy 2025 international season. And two big names are on their radar. Petrogas's Brooke Van Sickle and PLDT's Savvy Davison are being eyed to join the national team. But while their addition could be a game changer, head coach Jorge De Brito remains cautious, stressing that eligibility is still the biggest hurdle. Van Sickle is currently affiliated with USA Volleyball, while Davison is under Volleyball Canada. Both players need to complete their federation transfers before they can officially represent the Philippines. PVL President and PNVF National Team's Chairman Ricky Palou has reportedly stated that the federation will process their transfers as soon as they formally commit. Both players have expressed their willingness to don the national colors, but for now, De Brito is taking a wait-and-see approach. Both players have been impressive in the ongoing PVL All-Filipino Conference. In fact, Davison is making a strong case for her first MVP award. As of February 3, she's leading all scorers with 185 points and is ranked second in attack success rate at 38.37%. Davison is also second among the best receivers in the conference. With Davison leading the way, the high-speed hitters are looking to peak at the perfect time in their quest for the all-Filipino crown.
I don't want to think too far ahead, but it's actually written in my notes on my phone. I want to be at least like top 3 in scoring, top 3. I had the blocking list on there, but it's not going so well. But I'm glad to be top scorer and in the list for, you know, a couple of them. But I think that's a goal, just to, you know, be amongst the best, right? I always want to be the best in the gym, so I'm just glad it's reflecting in numbers. I don't even have top spiker in my list. It's top outside receiver. So just being on that list, like, I know a lot of people like say like, oh yeah, it's super flashy, like being able to hit the ball, but I think receiving is like the first touch, so just as important for sure. We don't even talk about it. Like we're going to dinner tomorrow night, and it never comes up in conversation. Like we're just both here, you know, having the best time that we can, and you know, if it comes out as an MVP, if it comes out in the numbers, then so be it. But I think right now, me and her are kind of like on the same page. Like just show up and do your best.
PVL All-Filipino action resumes tomorrow at the PhilSports Arena in Pasig City. In the first game, the defending champions Creamline Cool Smashers put their unbeaten slate to the test against the Cherry Tigo Crossovers. The match starts at 4 p.m. The Crossovers will be without middle blocker Zach Randang, who will miss some time due to a recent appendectomy. But this opens the door for the pending debut of Risa Sato, who may just play her first Cherry Tigo game against her former team. The Cool Smashers will also be cautious with superstar Eliza Valdez. She was tending to her right knee during their 5-set thriller against the Signal HD Spikers. Now, speaking of Signal, the HD Spikers will look to return to the win column as they face the Capital One Solar Spikers at 6:30 p.m. Despite being undermanned, Signal has looked impressive amid the strong performances of Vanny Gandler and Ishi Lalong Isip. But they will face a Capital One squad desperate to get their second win in the conference. You can catch both games live on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and on the Pilipinas Live app.
All right, we've got the PBA and the NBA in tonight's highlight reel. Okay, first time for me to do this, so Jessica, please be patient. Guys, first time, let's try and do this. We start off with the PBA Game 1 of the best of 3 between Converge and Rain or Shine. Jordan Henning lobs it off, or has it off the curl, lobs it up to Chick Diallo for the rim rocker. That's a Henning Diallo connection for Converge. Let's take a look at that again. Kevin Racal gives it up to Henning, and a nice pass to the big guy Diallo, who does the rest. That was one of Henning's 9 assists as Diallo dominated with 35 points and 17 rebounds. Converge takes Game 1 of the best of 3 series against Rain or Shine, 130-118. Okay so far? Okay so far.
Excellent.
Okay, here we go. Next, We go to the NBA. Cavs versus Celtics. And Donovan Mitchell splits the defense of Jason Tatum and Drew Holiday for the poster slam over, sorry, Kristaps. Poor guy, posterized. He'll be on TikTok for the week. Spider Sense activated the dynamic drive and the bionic ops. And that's Donovan Mitchell's signature sidewinder slam. Spider at 31 points in a losing effort, though, as the Cavs lose to the Celtics 122 to 105. Next, Lakers versus Clippers. Bronny James makes the first three-pointer of his young NBA career. Let's take a look at this. Playing a two-man game with Dalton Neck. Did I say that right? Dalton Neck before deciding to take the shot. Bronny gets a triple over big man Drew Eubanks. Los Angeles loves it. Yes, Luka loves it also. Go Bronny. Finished with 3 points, an assist, and a steal. Same game, different highlight. This time from Daddy Erpat, Daddy LeBron. The ageless king just outrunning and out-muscling the Clippers for the tough N1 give and go between James and Jackson Hayes. Then the L train leaves Derrick Jones Jr. behind and just runs through Zubac. And Luka loves what he sees from the bench. King James finished with 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists as the Lakers give their crosstown rivals a 25-point beating, 122 to 97. And lastly, late in the game between the Nets and the Rockets, Nets down 4 with less than 10 seconds to go. Tosan Iwoma finds Keon Johnson for 3, and it's good. And watch what happens next. Cuts the lead to 1, but Amin Thompson messes up the inbound. Ball ends up with Iwoma again, who taps it to D'Angelo Russell for 3. That was good again. Insane sequence here from the Brooklyn Nets as they retake the lead 99-97 with 3.5 seconds to go. And that turned out to be the final basket of the game as Houston missed on the other end after the timeout. Johnson had 22 points while Russell chipped in 10 as the Nets steal the win from the Rockets 99 to 97. So how did I do? First time. So you're happy? What was your favorite highlight, Jax?
My favorite was seeing Daddy Minion, Miko Halili, do his thing. I love that I get to work with you again. This is amazing.
I'm amazingly nervous to be doing this. I'm glad you're here to lead the way.
Oh, no. I am never, ever leading the way in anything involving the one and only Miko Halili. Thank you so much for doing the highlights, Miko. And before we go, a light moment from the introductory press conference of Luka Doncic with the Los Angeles Lakers. The superstar guard was formally presented as a member of the Purple and Gold earlier today after that blockbuster trade with the Dallas Mavericks. Luka will now play under first-year Lakers head coach JJ Redick, a familiar face to the Slovenian superstar. The two were teammates back in 2021 when Redick played part of his final season with the Mavericks. When asked about reuniting with Redick, Doncic couldn't help but drop a humorous line about their time as teammates. Let's listen to that.
First of all, he couldn't move at all, so it wasn't moving. No, but it was a great relationship. I really respect him. You don't see me go on podcast. I went on his podcast twice, so you know how much respect I have for him. So I'm really excited that I can play for him.
And that's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Miko Halili, sitting in for Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Liton-Calao. Thank you for watching, everyone. Good night.